The Galaxy S6 Edge represents a design philosophy shift from Samsung as it pertains to build, materials, and just overall look of their devices. So we find out in this video, is this device really worth that change? Samsung has done a lot in crafting the S6 Edge with its dual edge display on left and right sides of this device. This is a 5-inch 2K display with a PPI of 577, lovely and vibrant, and looks great in sunlight. You do have a 5-megapixel front-facing camera, and at the rear, Samsung's really done a different take with the design and build. You can see it's got that glass back feature to it, and it's got also a 60-megapixel shooter that actually protrudes out with a slight camera bump. You do have your heart rate sensor as well as a singular flash. Now, everything's enclosed. You cannot open the back cover, which houses, of course, your octa-core processor in there with 3 gigs of RAM on there and this device, and storage starts at 32 gigabytes. In terms of the finish, it's all metallic. You can see the power button there on the right hand side. As we bank around the metallic frame with the IR blaster and the micro SIM slot. Your volume rockers are on the right hand side, and again that frame finish goes around the device towards the bottom where you have your headphone jack, micro USB, and of course your speaker port. This thing has a very nice premium finish. Feels very expensive in your hand. It feels like something you do not want to drop, and I think Samsung has gone a long way with that. You also have the new touch fingerprint sensor, which actually now basically activates by touch instead of swiping, so that is a nice addition to it. But overall, the look and finish of this device is quality, is premium, is one that definitely you want to pick up, and I have to say it's one of the sexiest devices I've held in my hand this year. Now, taking a look at the edges of the S6 Edge, you can see it's not as pronounced as you would have thought. Now, the Note Edge, which was the previous device that launched the Edge displays for Samsung, has a slightly curved edge. You can see here, just bringing both phones apart, that's the Note Edge on the left and my S6 Edge on the right. The Note Edge has a more pronounced edge, while the S6 Edge is slightly curved on each side, giving it a more slightly streamlined look. Comparing this to the S5 from last year, you can see the S6 Edge is much thinner and also has a sleeker frame. The design build looks just very premium, and also the placement and thickness of the device is also different. Back cover, of course, is plastic, while you do have that sort of glass finish at the back. The S5 has removable back cover, removable battery. You don't have a removable battery on your S6 Edge, and you cannot expand your storage, which is something that I will have to take complaints on, because I think that's something that a lot of Android users are used to, especially with Samsung devices. Now, taking a closer look at what the software brings, I think Samsung has done a lot in improving TouchWiz, which also improves the overall experience of this device. It's very fast and fluid, and that octa-core processor really goes a long way in giving you something that you really experience fast. Now, this is running Android 5.0, and you can see in the settings menu, everything looks very fluid, matches your Android 5.0 feel altogether. If we go down and check out the software here, we're running Android 5.0.2, I believe, in this case, which of course is Lollipop. And Samsung has done a good job in fleshing out TouchWiz so that it actually feels more like a close to stock Android experience as you can get with the TouchWiz overlay in there. So everything from your caller ID has been revamped to all the different Samsung specific apps to actually match and fit what you have from TouchWiz. Even the stock email app actually looks like a Gmail app. So Samsung's really gone a long way in trying to make this feel and look much better for the average user, and I think that goes a long way. The other thing too here is that with your device now, you can actually uninstall stock applications, bootload applications. So for instance, the Sprint app there, I can uninstall it. Now, you can't install everyone, but you can uninstall most of them, which is great. And you can see even the UI look there, again, represents that Android 5.0 feel to the device. So that is something that is very nice, and I think a lot of people will appreciate. You can see also in the app tray there that it's very easy to basically go ahead and also make folders. all you have to do is basically slide each one together, which is normal in other Android devices. But again, Samsung has decided to make these feature changes, and again, like I said, it goes a long way in making this a much more fluid device. Now, if you really wanted to spend some more time with the software, definitely check out our TouchWiz review. Now, the camera, as you can see, I just double click to the home button to activate the camera. Very simple process, well flushed out. The camera app is something that you really have to look at how Samsung has improved it, because it really takes this experience to another level. You can see all the menus are on the top there. It gives you quick access. You do have a more in-depth menu section to go to. Your modes also quickly easy to access, as well as the front-facing camera. You can see me there, but it's a very easy process. And again, it makes using this phone a delight overall. The modes are also right there in front of you. They showcase what you're looking at, and it's easy to switch between fast, slow motion, panorama, and even download more modes, like of course like beauty shot and the rest of them there. You do also have things like HDR, which actually gives you real-time previews of what you actually do in HDR. So let's go ahead and take a look at a video sample from this camera. So recording here at 1080p, and this is with video stabilization. Now, if you want to see 4K recording, just check the card there on the top right-hand corner of the screen, and check out our 4K sample with the Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge. Just want to give you about 40 seconds of video and sound. It's been a windy weekend, so it's going to be lots of wind on this, but should give you a good idea. All right, let's round this up. The camera of the S6 and the S6 Edge does a fantastic job, and you definitely do have to check out our 4K video sample. Now, the battery in this device is about a 2800 milliamp battery, and with the 2K display and all the functionality, you would think the battery life would be downright terrible. In my use, I got about 18 hours of battery life, and this is really good considering all you have packed in there. I was hoping for 24 hours, but 18 hours is also pretty good, and you do have other charging alternatives. So even though you still have a smaller battery, you have things like wireless charging, and the device supports both Qi as well as PMA, so you can use things like the Tilt VU Solo to wirelessly charge your device anywhere you go. So that's another option that's added, and I like the fact that they combine both wireless charging formats, so you don't have to pick or choose whichever you already have or want to use. The other aspect to this device is also the turbocharging and some of the charging functionality display. So if you plug in your device, it actually tells you how long it will take to charge. Fast charging there will take you about an hour, 15 minutes, and then just regular charging will give you maybe about 2 hours. So you can see how long it takes to charge your device, and gives you all that information. Now, another aspect of the S6 Edge is actually the edge lighting. So that's actually me receiving a phone call there, and it lets me know with the color lighting who's actually calling me. So the blue lighting, I know what contact is actually calling me, and that's nice. I can immediately decide, you know what, I don't want to answer that phone call. I can take a look at that later because it's not that important, and that's something that it brings to the table with the Edge. And later on, you can see there that blue notification on the left edge side, which I have it set up. It lets me know, okay, that's my contact. I can pull it out. I can see who it is. I can decide to call back. I can text or email that contact directly. But it lets me know quite quickly who that contact is. Now, again, like I said, I'm a little bummed out that the Edge screen doesn't do more, but I still like that kept it limited and not too expansive and crazy. You can see my Edge contacts, or People Edge as they like to call it. So I think they've done a very good job with this device, and I think Samsung has really brought in its A game for the S6 and the S6 Edge. A lot of users and viewers will find that this device has a very premium finish, a solid build, and even though you do have some minuses in terms of no micro SD as well as no removable backplate cover, you do have, of course, fast charging, wireless charging. You also do have 2 years of Microsoft OneDrive, so that's something that to take note. Overall, this is the premium device to beat. I will call it my best device currently right now for 2015. I really like this. Yes, it's not perfect, but it really is a solid device from Samsung. So any questions, any comments, guys, let us know. Otherwise, don't forget to like, share this video, favorite this video, do subscribe to the channel, and always enjoy your entertainment.